Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Burakan Karakoç from Bursa Azar College Class 12C, and this is my submission for the Oxford Big Read Competition. And my book of choice is Oliver Twist by Charles Dickens from Oxford Bookworms Series Stage 6. And yes, this book is a classic. I'm pretty sure most of us have read it once before, at the very least. And it takes place in 1830s London. Our main character, Oliver Twist, lives in a workhouse as an orphan at the beginning. Now, a workhouse is a very far-off term. It's not a very common term which we see. But back in the 1800s in British society, child labor was very common. And this book very nicely critiques some of the things which existed in British society, also pointing out some of the struggles which poor people had to go through back in the 1800s. Now, a workhouse is essentially just a slave house. Children were forced to work, they were fed very badly, basically just slavery back in the 1800s. Any sense? And then Oliver, as the story goes, essentially gets out of the slave house, gets out of the workhouse, and yes, he meets a man named Fagin and his boys. They are, first off, very friendly, but as we get to know them, we understand that they are criminals. And this is also a critique of how easily, certain times, children are lured in by criminals, how people can fall into crime, but it is still a wonderful, through and through, a great story of how a kind heart can survive even in the toughest of conditions, even in the worst neighborhoods. And we also get to learn about Oliver's family, what's happening, it's essentially a very wholesome one in the end. So yes, in my opinion, if I were to write this book, the only thing which I would put in would be just a page explaining British society back in the 1800s, because some of the details, some of the things, some of the nuances get lost when you read in the 21st century, when you have a mind of a 21st century person. So yes, I generally do not have anything else to say about this wonderful novel. I don't think I would really change anything of its story. I think it would degrade it, and as such, there is nothing I could add to it. This is the end. Goodbye, take good care.